So, ladies and gentlemen, I have in the building.
Prolific favor.
I have a question for you, Prolific Favor, and the question is: what are your red flags in men?
Um, there are so many red flags, but I'm just going to give you. Well, my first red flag in a man is someone who doesn't know, believe, and love God. That is number one. I'm more like my basic. Then my second red flag is a man who lacks composure in and out personally. And my third red flag, mm, a man who is not intentional about his feelings towards me directly. Um, a man who doesn't keep to his words. I could go on and on, but these are the four for now.
So, when you talk about composure, what do you mean?
Composure in the sense that he doesn't know how to treat a woman right. Can I give an instance?
Sure,
All right.
it's your show.
So one time a guy asked me out, a man asked me out,
Okay.
and then he was like, where do we hang out? I was still deciding, only for him to take me directly to where he wants to hang out. Your first time meeting a lady, and you're supposed to be intentional and get to know what she actually wants for herself. So when we eventually got there, it's so funny and embarrassing. The first thing, could you believe that this man actually had the guts to take one of his legs and actually put directly on my laps and asked me to massage his toes in front of people? And given my type of person, I really don't like to embarrass people directly, okay? Especially when it's my first time meeting you. I did that humbly. I kept quiet. I didn't say anything. But all I was screaming in my mind was red flag, red flag, red flag. Like, this is the first time such a thing is happening. And then I could see that he didn't have that composure, even to the extent of giving me his phone to hold. Like, I should follow him. Am I your personal assistant? If you needed a personal assistant, I mean, you could have gone to hire one. And the fact that it's a lady you are meeting for the first time, you're hanging out with her for the first time. I forget the fact that, okay, you didn't take me to where I actually wanted to go to. Now I don't know if you are trying to embarrass me. I actually felt like he was forcing himself, and that doesn't tell well for me. I don't know if some ladies are okay with it, but for me, that was a huge red flag. No composure at all. No steez, nothing.
Well, the only angle I have problem with is the fact he asked you a question: where do you want to go? Very important, and you are yet to decide. Then the next thing, in don't tell you say, "I come, where would they go?"
He was already
So
driving to where he
how
wanted to go to.
how long did it take you? Like, how many minutes did it take you to like be thinking before he decided?
I wasn't.
He made his decision.
He just asked me, okay, where do you want to go to? He was driving already. So I was like, let's go to this. Next thing he said, okay, we are going to this place. He was so authoritative and dictative. That was another red flag. And that's another red flag for me in a man.
Okay, I get that. I'm not going to say rich. Then the second one is when you said someone who does not have a fear of God. So what do you really mean? I understand. Does it mean that if I'm not a Christian, you're not going to marry me?
If you're not a Christian, I won't have anything to do with you. Because the Bible says, do not be unequally yoked. And I cannot be unequally yoked. So I really, really don't care. I have all the money in the world. I mean, I've met people like that. But I'm well principled. And that's a very important factor for me.
So you want to true you be Christian, like strong Christian.
Yes.
So can I ask you some questions in regards to the Bible?
That's not the point of discussion today.
I understand, but this is podcast and I want us to talk.
Okay.
I want you to defend this because according to you that you are a Christian, and the question is, in Genesis, God created heaven and the earth. He created Adam and Eve. He created Adam in his own image. Then Eve, he created Eve after he collected one rib from Adam. He created Eve. Now they gave birth to Cain and Abel. When Cain killed Abel, where Cain run go, and which family intake, like with which woman did he produce more kids?
Wait. What exactly are you asking? Are you asking me generally about the Bible from Genesis to Revelation?
You said you're a Christian, so you should defend it.
Being a Christian doesn't necessarily mean you must know the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. What Bible?
But at least you should defend this. You should know this.
I'm not knowing this. And this is totally out of context.
It is not.
It is out of context. This is not in relation. And my answer was, a man who does not believe, know, and love God. So I don't see how this is related.
Okay.
I don't know if you're trying to set me up here, but
I see you're not in that space. But another question is, must I love God?
Yes. For me, you must love God.
Who is God?
God is God. God is the maker of all things. He made you. He made me. So I'm not trying to impose it on you that for the fact that you want to marry me. And I don't really like a situation whereby because the guy actually likes me, then he's now wanting to deceive me. I'm like, okay, because of you. Don't do it for me. You're not doing it for me. You have your own life. I have my own life. If my terms and conditions, quotes, is not okay with you, please walk away.
So you're trying to say that a traditional man you cannot have anything to do with a traditional man.
Tradition in which sense? A man who goes to native doctor or what?
A man who uses kola nuts to pray. A man who calls on his ancestors.
I don't think I can.
So you're discriminating.
I am not discriminating. That is why it is not compulsory. It's not a must. When I'm talking with a guy for the first time, this is basically what I ask.
So, and another thing is, okay.
You don't choke you.
You don't choke me. I just want to ask you a question where you go one answer. Not be the one where you go tell me say it's not aligned.
Please, are you trying to set me up?
I'm not trying to set you up.
No,
I'm only trying to be.
That's what it's looking like.
No, I want to be clear. I want to have a clear picture of your view.
Oh, I see.
So is it true that God sent his only son to come and die for us?
This question is not related to God. It's not related to religion. I don't know why you are deviating.
But you said you cannot
settle. I mentioned that you can actually hinge on. We are discussing what are my red flags in a guy.
I want to discuss about this.
We are not discussing about Jesus Christ. We are not discussing about Christianity. We are not discussing about religion. So I don't know why you are trying to. If you are trying to get things out of my mouth, I will keep quiet. Let's go.
Still the same thing, because you said you cannot settle with a man who does not love God, and I just want to get this clear picture that you understand what you're saying. Is it true that God sent his son to die for us? If you can convince me, because I'm a traditional man.
God sent his only begotten son to die for us. And if you believe in that fact, yes, we did not see it. I did not see it. I was not born then. But there is something we call faith. Okay? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. By faith, we believe that man, it's faith. You have faith in what you believe. You say you're a traditionalist, right? Mm-hmm. When you pray to your chi, you believe, you have that conviction, Abby, that your chi will do. It is the same thing.
So why will you discriminate? Okay, first of all, you said you are not discriminating, but you just do not want a traditional man, someone that
It is
calls on
choice.
his
We are
chief.
human beings. We have the right to make our decision, our
Exactly.
choices.
I
It is
understand.
my personal choice. He ain't choro.
Do you not think that you two are worshiping the same God but in different ways?
I do not think we are worshiping the same God, but in different ways. No, I don't think so. I'm not even resonating to that aspect. That is why, if it's not okay with you, go for what suits you. People say go for what you want. I'm actually going for what I want. So I don't see why you are trying to. I don't know if you are trying to gaslight me or it's not working.
But the thing is that you are the God I'm saying. And the most important thing in life is that I love my partner. That is, your partner loves you.
Okay.
And another thing that is important is that this person is not forcing you to do things out of your own will.
Exactly.
That is the most important thing. Aside these things, trust me, I would advise you not to settle for less. But if you see a traditional man and say in love you, trust me, I would say you better do. But that aside, everybody get their own.
Yes.
You understand?
Because for the fact that I'm a Christian, he too, he will not be okay with it.
So what
I
if
am
you guys
speaking out of experience.
What if you guys now settle down?
No, there's nothing like let's settle down. No. Talk it out before the marriage. Because
What
marriage
if
is a
yes,
lifetime.
he go pretend.
Hey,
Say me
I
una
don't-
do am.
That's what
You self will talk
I
this
will
thing.
know.
You self will talk this thing. Let me ask you.
AJ,
Let me ask
I
you.
go no.
Let me ask you now.
Okay, shoot.
Traditional marriage, Igbo uncle me here. Don't you think it's tradition?
Ibanku is tradition. That was why I asked you tradition in which sense?
All of them are tradition. Traditional man go do traditional things.
No, there's a difference between keeping to tradition and being a traditionalist. You're a traditionalist to the core. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think you guys need to come in this case now.
Please, where
You guys
you
need to
drag
come
me,
in
oh.
and trust me, I think a traditional man and a Christian,
AJ,
they are all the
but
same
this
thing.
isn't even-
They are
this
worshiping the same
discussion
God.
is not based on tradition, non-tradition. What you asked me, what are my red flags in a man? That was what you asked me. So I
And
don't know. You
did
just,
they follow
it's
from
like you are
talk enter
confused
talk?
this morning.
I'm not confused.
And
They
your
did-
bowed head, he's hit too much.
Wow. Wow.
You're talking out of context.
Wow.
Don't worry, don't be offended. Life happens.
Life happens, indeed.
And it has happened to you now.
Indeed. Israel.
It is well, even in the land of Israel.
Israel.
Mafo, calm down. I'm very peaceful today. Calm down.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you, Favor, for gracing my show.
Oh, you're welcome.